One of the most controversial points in all of this has been the use of the phrase "the common good," responsible tax advice for the common good. Why have we chosen to use that phrase? Well, I think it's because you do have to think about tax in the context of society as a whole. If you zoom in and look at a particular piece of tax legislation, it's very difficult to see how that fits into the overall world. But if you really step back and think about how important a properly functioning tax system is to the collective good of humanity, then you realise the importance of what we're doing. We all know as tax professionals, a few years ago, if you mentioned that's what you did for a living, nobody really wanted to talk to you. The only conversations we had about tax were technical conversations amongst specialists, and that has all changed. The Public Accounts Committee has changed that, ActionAid has changed that. This is now a broad, complex issue that everybody wants to discuss. To my mind, it is very much about helping to ensure that the boundary between the individual and the state is drawn in the right place. On the one hand, we spend most of our time helping our clients comply with the tax rules and pay their taxes, but it's also important that we also protect their interests, because in some cases tax policy is made that is not good for the for the economy, and tax authorities act in ways that they shouldn't. So it is about absolutely striking that balance between state and individual. What does this mean in practice for us? What it absolutely does mean is that there are things that we will not do. We will not promote certain things to clients. And when advising clients on tax, we will not stop at simply telling them our interpretation of the law. We will have to talk to them about whether what they're proposing to do does fit in the sort of today's moral landscape.